nationally and locally. Now at the Hewden Law School, Richard recently participated in the Lex Caribbean Client Interview Competition and the Hamel-Smith Mooting Competition. He is currently his class president and an active member of several committees. This evening, it is a pleasure to have Richard on our platform. So I want you guys to give him a warm St. Joseph welcome. Let's say it for Richard Jagasa.
Thank you. Good night, chairperson. Good night, beautiful chairperson. Fellas, she engaged there. Behave on herself. Members of the head table, members of the media, and a special welcome to my fellow ILP supporters. My brothers and sisters, I am pleased to look out into this crowd tonight and see such a variety of color. I say this because some might say the color of my skin dictates whether I can speak here or not. Some might say the texture of my hair determines how relevant I am to this area. I say to them, there is no African Trinidad and no Indian Trinidad. There is one Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and every creed and race will find an equal place. I am a proud Trinbagonian. I am a son of the soil, a result of the red, white, and black. And they could say what they want. You are my brothers and sisters, and we have an unbreakable bond. But you see, we have a lot of naysayers in this land. Their voices have grown almost deafening in the recent days. And truth be told, I feel sorry for them. I pity them. Because in their blindness, they cannot see that this government has failed us time and time again. And they will never understand what true representation feels like. They will never appreciate what love from a political leader really feels like. The truth is, my brothers and sisters, we in the ILP do not campaign with hundreds of billboards, nor fancy presentations. We are concerned with the power of the people and restoring that power to the people. With you, we can. My brothers and sisters, as we go through life, we see that we cannot always plan for the future. We fail and we suffer. It is an unfortunate truth of life. Our dreams come undone, and that is fine. It is fine because it is not how many times you fall, it is how quickly you get back up. Even though we might fall sometimes, we do so with someone at our side, someone willing to lend a hand and pick us back up. Today, I tell you that the ILP is that someone for TNT. Jack Warner is that someone for Trinidad and Tobago. This political party treats everyone like family, and therefore it feels like home. So to be honest, we feel pain together. This country cries in agony and distress, and we feel it. But on September the 7th, we jump with joy because we succeeded in removing this failure of our government that has plagued this beautiful land. The ILP has a new vision for a new TNT, my brothers and sisters. One that speaks to true democracy. We will lead this nation out of its long political darkness. We will tear down the walls of hypocrisy and do away with segregation and division, issues this society has grown painfully numb to. We stand to give hope to these people, to the people of constituencies that have been neglected and forgotten, and to people that are fed up of division and separation that has clouded Parliament for too long. We understand a new breed of politics, one that mobilizes our voices, and we challenge ourselves to reach something brighter. You are the people that have grown tired of broken promises and constant lies. We in the ILP do not operate like that. Our new Trinidad and Tobago majority, hear what I'm saying, a new Trinidad and Tobago majority will end the outrage of unaffordable and unattainable healthcare in this country. This people's majority can reduce taxes for everyday citizens like you and me and reduce the desire to work overseas by providing better and more sustainable jobs right here at home, right here in St. Joseph. We can introduce online studies to our brothers and sisters in Portmore and Toco Sangre Grande through our university. These are the same youths that live too far to attend colleges and therefore drop out of school at a very early age. And all this translates into a high unemployment rate and a low production cost. And while some people dress in pretty colors and insist on being numb to this truth, our neighbors are suffering and our children are hungry. All this might seem impossible. All this might seem impossible. And it is because no one has ever told you what we as a nation, what we as a people are truly capable of. And that is why the sum total of this dream, the ILP's vision, this bright future in store for the Independent Liberal Party and this beautiful land can be summed up into 4 simple words. With you, we can. The difference between us and them is this: we will not simply talk about it, we will actually do it. And we will do it without spam mails and millions of ads. We will do it for love of country and love of brother. We will not talk about how great our teachers are, but increase wages, rewarding them for their greatness. Instead of constantly importing food crops, we will encourage local farmers and producers by issuing tax breaks and crop insurance. That way, my children can taste the sweet Tobago cassava and the delicious Aruca cocoa you grew up with. This incentive puts more money in your pockets and keeps all the money right here at home in this country. You see, my brothers and sisters, by mentioning what we can do and what an ILP government can do, we have highlighted the failures of this multi-ministerial man that has come here to solicit your votes. As the Minister of Food Production, this man laid silent as the cost of living skyrocketed in 2011. When Moody Investments demoted our nation due to bad investments, this was the man that said, no, don't worry, we're still good. He is in charge of communications, and during the prison break in Port of Spain, CNC3 had more communication than him. It is laughable, my brothers and sisters, that this man has held on to so much power for so long, and we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have yet to see any improvements. Tonight we stand together in a constituency where we, the ILP, do not even have a candidate. But that just goes to show that we in the ILP care more for your future than a candidate's future. What this means is that we are dedicated to putting power back into the hands of the people where it should be. And with you, we can. Brothers and sisters, tonight I tell you the truth. The UNC is no more. They no longer use the symbol of the rising sun to represent themselves. This is not my words. These are the words of its creator. I am just merely repeating them. So what did they do as the UNC, as the dead UNC? They formed a new political party, Kamala 2015. Its logo is Kamala's face. No, not a rum bottle. Behave on yourself. You see how they like Bacchanal? So the parties fighting this election is the PNM, the ILP, and Kamala. So they would like you to believe that in all the ballot papers, in 41 constituencies, we will see the name Kamla Persad Bissessa. So hear what I am saying to all the Kamla maniacs who are watching on their televisions. If you believe, if you think that EBC has made an error on your ballot paper, you feel free to write in the name Kamla Persad Bissessa, spell it correctly, and put your X there in all 41 constituencies. Why anyone would choose to vote for this lady again, I do not know. Blunder after blunder, this government has taken us down a rabbit hole and into a world we cannot recognize. A world where dragons dress in fancy dresses and kiss your children. Where wolves smile and shake our hands. Where Cheshire cats disappear when something is wrong and reappear with riddles and rhymes to rape our ears. Where mad hatters waltz in and out of parliament spewing lies to learned liaisons. Down the rabbit hole and into a world crazier than we could have ever read about. Down the rabbit hole where a queen rules the land with an iron fist and a big head. We have a prime minister that resembles a Cheshire cat. I say Cheshire cat, eh? She makes an appearance at the start of the movie when everything looks well and reappears at the end when everything is good without any of the help whatsoever this country so desperately needed in the middle. Brothers and sisters, with you on September the 7th, we can remove this Cheshire cat and a failure of our government. I remember a long time ago, probably in the lead up to the 2010 general election in Chaguanas West, we had a walkabout in Charleville, and as always, Mr. Warner was to the front of it. And a woman rushed out of her house, jumped on him, and hugged him in the crowd. We looked at each other in confusion. We did not know what to do. Mr. Warner turned back and said, "Don't worry, I know this woman from school." He went to school with that woman. After 50 years, 50 years, he remembered the face of a classmate in primary school. From Beijing to Boston, from New York to New Hampshire, from Tokyo to Toronto, and 50 years in between, he recognized a classmate in primary school. Now compare that with any of the other candidates in any of the other parties. Compare that to Vasan Bharat and compare that kind of leadership and tell me who to vote for. Brothers and sisters, something magical happens when people vote not just for a party but for a man or a woman. A man or a woman that symbolizes the same hope and desires that you have. Whether rich or poor, whether you hail from Sandy Grande or St. Joseph or Chaguanas, we are ready to take this country to a whole new direction. That is what is happening to TNT right now. And with you, we can. My brothers and sisters, with you, we can beat them in every nook and cranny in this country. We will beat them in the north. Isn't that right, Togo Sandy Grande? We will beat them in the south with Lena Wolf from Kamoto Manzalena. We will extinguish them in Chaguanas West with a Marina Jagesa. And we will destroy them in Chaguanas East with the political leader of the Independent Liberal Party, Jack Warner. Before I end tonight, I want to highlight one more member of the Kamla 2015 Failure Society. I do this for the benefit of my central supporters that are listening. As a Chaguanas West campaign, as a Chaguanas West electorate, I am confused as to what party Ganga Singh really represents. You see, after being tossed out as chief whip by Bastille Pandey, he ran to the COP and has been a COP member ever since. Kamla did not support him then, and he wasn't sure if she was going to support him now. So this Wassa big boy printed blue t-shirts for any constituency he was planning to run for. He printed blue and purple jerseys, the same wasa color. I'm not drawing any conclusions. Blue jerseys and blue flags. Tonight, I tell him that Chaguanas West will not go back into opposition with him because that is all he knows. He only knows opposition. We will remain with an MP in government. And come September the 7th, we will vote on Maranath Jagesa, the action man in Chaguanas West. So to that dead horse, hear this. Stay in the backbench and leave this real political game to real politicians. Leave Chaguanas West in the hands of people who actually care for them and will do right by them. My brothers and sisters, as we band together and vote out this failed government, this Rashmi-loving, email-gate spewing, prison gate avoiding, assassination plotting, Vanilla Allen topping, touch her breast, Glenn defending. I'm not done. I'm not done. This breathalyzer dodging, SIS adoring, Section 34 fondling, Constitution fumbling, state of emergency calling, plant-like substance finding, 5-day weekend taking, by-election admiring, 5 national security ministers. I'm not done. Give me a chance, give me a chance. Five national security ministers in 5 years, party confused members, rushed ribbon cutting, sod turning, children hospital, flood out government. This failure of our government has to go. And in 41 constituencies, vote for the anything but the UNC. Vote for the ILP where possible. Oh gosh, will it kill me tonight, boy? One more line. One more line. So my brothers and sisters, in Trinidad and Tobago on September the 7th, we will march to the polls together in our tens and thousands and vote out this disappearing government. Vote for the Independent Liberal Party. And with you, we can take this country towards true democracy. With you, we can create a new dynamic. With you, we can. I thank you and I love you.